Hi everyone, welcome back to Small Bites. I'm Monique Champagne, LPC therapist here with The Gracious Mind. Of course, every week we're here to provide you new tips and tricks from the mental health world. And today we are going to be talking about how to be a good ally. As we move through this really exciting summer of Pride, we're going to talk about different perspectives in the community. I do want to say, first of all, that I identify as a cisgender white woman, and so it's really important for me to recognize my own limitations and understanding in this field. TGM also is a queer affirming and a queer owned business, and so it's really important to us to provide empowerment and support to our community members and our colleagues and our clients. If you're working towards being a good ally or practicing allyship, you may be curious on where to begin. And so today I'm going to give you the top 10 tricks to be a really supportive person to all of your queer identified friends. Tip number 1, it's really important to honor queer spaces. That means that there may be spaces in the world that you're not invited to as a person who doesn't identify as someone who is queer or in the LGBTQIA+ community, and that's okay. That means that we can honor those spaces and step back and allow them to have a safe zone that, again, it's okay if we're not invited to. Tip number 2, seek support in your ally journey. It may be okay with certain friends to have them educate you on their own experiences, but it's really important that we not burden them with educating us on things that we can seek out resources in other places. So be sure to find sources of education from people who identify with those communities, and also to just continue your journey. Being an ally is not something that is ever really fully complete. So we talk about allyship and the movement towards and the goal of being a supportive person. All right, tip number 3 is about making amends. And this is something that might be challenging for some of us, especially if it's new. So that concept could be a little bit abstract. What that really means is sometimes simply recognizing your mistake, saying sorry, and then moving on. That may mean trying to resolve conflicts that came up in the past, and again, recognizing your role in that, whether intended or not, and then apologizing. Tip number 4 is about holding yourself and other people accountable. So it's important to surround yourself with people who are going to keep you accountable in terms of using the correct pronouns for your friends who are not present and in the room, and then having safe space to call out other people and gently remind them of, again, the correct pronouns for the individuals who are not in the room. Tip number 5, uplift other people's voices. Being an ally means recognizing, again, the limitations of your own understanding, and so listen to the needs of the communities around you. Find ways that you can jump into the community and support them in a way that is meaningful to them and not just in a way that might make you feel better. So that means listening to other voices. That means uplifting in terms of reposting and sharing information that doesn't represent your community, but that represents other communities that are marginalized. Tip number 6 is about challenging and recognizing misinformation and finding a way to correct the misinformation that's out there. So this could be that you're out at dinner with your family and you're noticing some statements being made that aren't accurate, that are making assumptions about other people. And so this may mean doing your own research ahead of time to be prepared to challenge those stereotypes. It also means modeling that appropriate language and the appropriate way to speak about our friends. Tip number 7 is to talk about issues that really do impact the queer community. One example is that Black trans women have an average life expectancy of 35 years old. This is a problem. Another example is that sex work criminalization is targeted at queer sex workers. These things are not okay, and there's so many more things out there that we need to educate ourselves on. Likely that means that that information is not just going to come to us, that we have to do the work and educate ourselves so that we can educate others. Tip number 8 is to show up. Show up to events, show up to protests, show up to rallies. Recognize your privilege, and if you can, and if it's safe enough, put yourself in the front lines. It's not enough to just put our words on the line. Sometimes we have to put our bodies on the line too. Number 9 and 10 are likely tips that you've heard before, so I'm just going to give them to you briefly. Number 9, call your representatives, reach out to your local form of government, fight against the laws that are out there that are marginalizing the queer community even more. And then tip number 10 is to donate financially if you're able. Not everyone is able to do that, but every little bit usually counts. So find a community organization that really speaks to you and that you really want to support, and put your dollars where your words and your actions are. Now we want to hear from you. If you are not a member of the queer community and you want to be an ally, what are ways that you may start in your allyship journey? If you've been allying for a little while, what are some ways that are useful to you? We're looking forward to hearing from you. And then if you are a member of the queer community and you've seen ways that you like allyship being done, drop us a comment and let us know. We hope to see you throughout the rest of this summer as we celebrate the Summer of Pride, and we'll see you next time.